Hello again. Today we are classifying triangles by their sides. You'll see here that we have three kinds of triangles that we are dealing with when we classify them by their sides. First is the classification of scalene. Okay? Scalene triangles have no congruent sides. Next is isosceles, and isosceles triangles have two congruent sides. And third is equilateral triangles, and an equilateral triangle has all congruent sides, so all the sides are the same length on an equilateral triangle. So here I have a triangle, and the sides have lengths of 3 inches, 7 inches, and 7 inches. Well, because I have two sides that are the same length or are congruent, I would say that this is an isosceles triangle. Here I have a triangle that has sides with lengths of 4 feet, 10 feet, and 11 feet. Well, none of our sides are congruent, so I will say that this is a scalene triangle. So here I have a triangle, and I don't know the lengths of the sides, but what I do know is that they're all congruent. When you have a triangle where all the sides are congruent, that is an equilateral triangle. And that's how you classify triangles by their sides. So here I have a triangle, and I need to classify it by its sides. But let's say we're also going to classify it by its angles. All right? You'll remember there's 4 kinds of triangles when it comes to classifying them by their angles. They're equiangular, there's right, there's also acute, and obtuse. So here I have a triangle, and I need to classify it not only by its sides, but its angles as well. So what I'll call this one, because there's an obtuse angle, I'll call this an obtuse triangle. But what if I also told you that those two sides were congruent? That would mean that it's also an isosceles triangle. So this is an obtuse isosceles triangle. So here I have a triangle, and I need to classify it by its sides and angles. Well, according to its angles, I see that there is a right angle here. So it is a right triangle. And none of the sides have the same length. So it is a right scalene triangle. And that's how you classify triangles, by their sides and by their angles.